Alright, how's it going? I'm just gonna show my shelves. I already did this about a year ago where I showed my Blu-ray and DVDs and stuff, but I have gained so many new ones over the last year, I just feel like I should probably do an update video, so here it is. Enjoy.
Alright. Me, myself, and Irene, and Shallow Hal. The Mask. Dumb and Dumber. Liar Liar. Truman Show. Clerks. Clerks 2 and Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Tropic Thunder. Austin Powers Trilogy. 21 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street. Superbad. Wet Hot American Summer. Hook. Mrs. Doubtfire. Jumanji. Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz. The World's End. Weekend at Bernie's. Uncle Buck. Great Outdoors. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Weird Science. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Beverly Hills Cop. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The Goonies. Groundhog Day. Tommy Boy. Blazing Saddles, Caddyshack, and European Vacation. Dazed and Confused. Raising Arizona. Fargo. Big Lebowski. Jingle All the Way. A Christmas Story. Christmas Vacation. Home Alone. Home Alone 2. The Shrek Collection, 1 to 4. Ice Age 1. Megamind. Kung Fu Panda. Madagascar. Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. Madagascar, Europe's Most Wanted. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Wreck-It Ralph. Toy Story Trilogy. Finding Nemo. The Incredibles. Ratatouille. Cars. And Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University. On to the next shelf. True Romance. Reservoir Dogs. Pulp Fiction. Kill Bill 1 and 2. Grindhouse, Planet Terror, and Death Proof, Inglourious Bastards. Django Unchained. The Hateful Eight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Kind of stuck together. Lone Survivor. Jarhead. Black Hawk Down. Fury. Full Metal Jacket. Schindler's List. Troy. Kingdom of Heaven. 300. Alexander. We Were Soldiers. Apocalypto. The Patriot. Braveheart. Gladiator. Saving Private Ryan. Forrest Gump. Godfather Part 1. Godfather Part 2. American Beauty. Heat. Collateral. Carlito's Way. Scarface. Donnie Brasco. Taxi Driver. Raging Bull. Goodfellas. Casino. Gangs of New York. The Departed. Shutter Island. Wolf of Wall Street. Blood Diamond. The Revenant. Titanic. The Usual Suspects. Warriors. The Prestige. No Country for Old Men. Green Mile. The Shawshank Redemption. Training Day. Fight Club. Primal Fear. American History X, Warrior, $1 Million Baby, The Fighter, Gran Torino, Gone Baby Gone, The Town, and Argo. So that is that shelf. We will be moving on to my franchise shelf now. Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, The Living Daylights, License to Kill, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, The Bourne Ultimatum, Bad Boys 1 and 2, Men in Black, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, Star Wars prequels, the original trilogy, Indiana Jones 1-3, plus Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Harry Potter 1-8, Lord of the Rings trilogy, theatrical, they're stuck together, Back to the Future trilogy, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, Die Hard 1-4, Mad Max 1-4, Lethal Weapon 1-4, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Rocky 1-6, the full collection, Rambo, well, really it's just First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo, fourth one, and last but not least, Rambo The Last Blood. Now we'll move on to my superhero shelf. Alright. Sin City, Unbreakable, Split, Glass, Kick-Ass 1, Kick-Ass 2, Blade, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Punisher, Daredevil, Ghost Rider and Hellboy, Hellboy 2 The Golden Army, Ghost Rider 2 Spirit of Vengeance, Fantastic Four, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Trilogy, Hulk 2003, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Thor, Thor the Dark World, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers, the first one, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Homecoming, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, X-Men 1-4, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix, X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, Logan, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, V for Vendetta, The Watchmen, and Constantine, Suicide Squad 2016, Batman 1989, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, The Joker, Wonder Woman, the Theatrical Justice League, Superman Returns, and Superman the Movie. Now on to my horror shelf. Alright, so just ignore these movies above. This shelf wouldn't hold otherwise. It's missing a screw. So I'm not going to pull these few movies out, but I will get my finger in there to try and get Halloween out. I guess that ain't going to happen, is it? There you go. Alright, John Carpenter's Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween. 1 and 2. We got Nightmare on Elm Street 1 to 7. The remake. Freddy vs. Jason. Friday the 13th 1 to 8 collection. Friday the 13th the remake. Child's Play. Child's Play 2. Child's Play 3. Saw. Saw 2. American Psycho. Army of Darkness. Evil Dead the remake. Joyride. Pet Sematary. Beetlejuice. Gremlins. Gremlins 2. Jaws. King Kong, Peter Jackson. Kong Skull Island. Godzilla, 2014. The Fly. The Thing, John Carpenter. Alien. Aliens. Predator. Predator 2. 28 Days Later. Zombieland. I Am Legend. Bram Stoker's Dracula. The Lost Boys. Interview with the Vampire. From Dusk Till Dawn. Van Helsing. Frankenstein 1931. Carrie. Teen Wolf. The Shining. Christine. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Stir of Echoes. Poltergeist. Poltergeist 2 and 3. The Exorcist. Paranormal Activity 1 to 3. Sound of the Lambs. Red Dragon. 7. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Black Swan. Hostel 1 and 2. And Scream 2. I just ordered all the other Scream movies, but that'll do for now. So we'll move on to the next shelf. Alright. Got Star Trek 2 to 4. Star Trek is the Final Frontier. Star Trek The Undiscovered Country. So these are the next generation movies right here. I have not seen any of them yet. Star Trek 2009. Star Trek Into Darkness. Blade Runner 2049. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. 2001 A Space Odyssey. Apollo 13. Stargate. The Matrix. Matrix Reloaded. Matrix Revolutions. E.T. Tron Legacy. Interstellar. Inception. Avatar. The Martian. Elysium. District 9. Fifth Element, Ex Machina, Starship Troopers, RoboCop, RoboCop 2, Labyrinth, Clash of the Titans, War of the Worlds, Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, Waterworld, Big Trouble in Little China, Dirty Harry 1-4, The Fugitive, U.S. Marshals, Demolition Man, Copland, Commando, The Running Man, Total Recall, True Lies, Last Action Hero, Gone in 60 Seconds, Lord of War, Con Air, Face Off, The Rock, The Island, Speed, Point Break, Roadhouse, Falling Down, Drive, Young Guns, Tombstone, There Will Be Blood, Unforgiven, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and last but not least, 310 to Yuma. On to my next shelf. Mission Impossible 1-6, Transporter, Transporter 2, Transporter 3, Expendables, keep that out, Expendables 2, Expendables 3, Transformers, Transformers 2, Transformers 3, Transformers 4, The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, the fourth one, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, Fate of the Furious, F9, Chronicles of Riddick, Italian Job, Patriots Day, Patriot Games, Taken, John Wick, Hard Target, Jack Reacher, Enemy of the State, Pain and Gain, Twister, Independence Day, White House Down, Wanted, The Dark Crystal, The Road Warrior, Lord of the Rings trilogy again, 2 of them are the extended, Cinderella Man, End of Watch, Killing Them Softly, Dallas Buyers Club, Edward Scissorhands, Dirty Dancing, The Bodyguard, Flags of Our Fathers, Risky Business, Rain Man, Top Gun, Requiem for a Dream, Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, Boys in the Hood, Nightcrawler, Good Will Hunting, The Social Network, Great Gatsby, Patriots Day, I got them backwards, and Good Morning Vietnam. On to the next shelf. Brokeback Mountain, Hot Rod, Alpha Dog, Space Jam, Land of the Lost, The Other Guys, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, Sex Drive, Cannonball Run, Dodgeball, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Spaceballs, Night at the Museum 1 and 2, Night at the Museum 3, Anchorman 1 and 2, Daddy's Home, Croods, Claudia the Chance of Meatballs, Hotel Transylvania, This Is the End, Green Hornet, Neighbors, Pineapple Express, Knocked Up, Observe and Report, The Hangover Trilogy, Ted, Hot Tub Time Machine, Waiting, The Dream Team, The Burbs, Paul, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek, Three Stooges, Skin Deep, Goon, Youth in Revolt, The Doors, Ready Player One, The Day After Tomorrow, Independence Day, I, Robot, The Force Awakens, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, Perfect Storm, Into the Blue, Walking Tall, Everest, Memento, Captain Phillips, 127 Hours, Bridge to Terabithia, Kingsman: The Secret Service, Flash Gordon, Crank 1 and 2, Moneyball, Hugo, and Red Dawn. So that's my last main Blu-ray shelf. We're going to move on to the DVDs now. Old School, Wedding Crashers, Drillbit Taylor, You, Me, and Dupree, Hall Pass, Starsky and Hutch, There's Something About Mary, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, Zoolander, Along Came Polly, The Heartbreak Kid, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, 50 First Dates, The Longest Yard, Click, Chuck and Larry, Zohan, Benchwarmers, National Security, Just Friends, Bruce Almighty, Very Bad Things, In Bruges, Animal House, Good Burger, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Role Models, Harold and Kumar 1 and 2, The Ringer, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, American Pie 1, 2, A Wedding and Reunion, Wayne's World 1 and 2, Vacation, Vegas Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and European Vacation, Encino Man, Hot Rod, Run Fat Boy Run, What Women Want, Big, When Harry Met Sally, St. Elmo's Fire, 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Adventures in Babysitting, What About Bob, Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3, My Cousin Vinny, Fletch, Mallrats, and Happy Gilmore. And on to the next shelf. 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, Cabin Fever, Stigmata, The Frighteners, Signs, Red Eye, this is Gone Girl, but it's backwards. Could put it this way, I guess. Panic Room, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Butterfly Effect 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, Carriers, Bone Tomahawk, Passion of the Christ, National Treasure 2, Karate Kid Part 2 and Part 3, Master and Commander, They Live, The Wrestler, Zodiac, True Grit, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Backdraft, Tango and Cash, Air Force One, A Few Good Men, Days of Thunder, Jerry Maguire, Vanilla Sky, Minority Report, The Last Samurai, Desperado, Disturbia, The Man in the Iron Mask, Casualties of War, Shooter, Almost Famous, Footloose, Walk the Line, Stand By Me, The Virgin Suicides, Rounders, Ghost, Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile, Basic Instincts, and last but not least, Awakenings. On to the next shelf. Jackass 1, Jackass 2, Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3, Family Guy Star Wars, Blue Harvest, Something Something Dark Side, It's a Trap, Family Guy Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, The Girl Next Door, The Breakup, Couples Retreat, Definitely Maybe, She's Out of My League, Good Luck Chuck, My Best Friend's Girl, Guess Who, Dan in Real Life, All of Me, Funny People, Robots, Paranorman, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, Cyrus, Accepted, Blades of Glory, The Switch, Semi-Pro, Nothing to Lose, Scrooged, Are We There Yet, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Hoosiers, Original Gone in 60 Seconds, Beowulf, The Outsiders, The Illusionist, Death Race, The Mechanic, the remake, Jackie Brown, The Sum of All Fears, Out of Time, The Rundown, Scorpion King, Mission to Mars, Pitch Black, the first Riddick, and the 4 original Superman movies with Christopher Reeves. Now we will move on to the last shelf here, and it's video games mostly. NHL 2004, NHL 2K7, NHL 2K8, NHL 08, NHL 09, X-Men Legends, Hulk the video game, Lego Star Wars 1, Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Batman, Cars the video game, Speed Racer the video game, Fast and Furious the video game, Starsky and Hutch, Flat Out, Transformers the game, SmackDown vs. Raw 06, SmackDown vs. Raw 07, SmackDown vs. Raw 08, Force Unleashed 2, Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, Forza Horizon 2, Forza Horizon 3, MXGP 2, Black Ops 3, GTA 5, WWE 2K22, Forza Motorsport 4, Forza Horizon, Midnight Club LA, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Mortal Kombat vs. DC, Far Cry 4, Dead Rising, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, NHL 07, NHL 08, NHL 09, NHL 10, NHL 11, NHL 12, NHL 13, NHL 14, SmackDown vs. Raw 07, SmackDown vs. Raw 09, WWE 13, WWE 2K14, WWE 2K15, and WWE 2K16. Now moving on to my last shelf now. Well, there's a couple more, but last big shelf. Alien vs. Predator 2, Eagle Eye, Terminator Genesis, Brick Mansions, The Hurt Locker, RoboCop the remake, Dune, the original, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Extract, Bucket List, 50-50, Love Guru, Now You See Me, Hearts War, Rogue One, Last Jedi, worst movie ever, Sully, Marley and Me, Mamma Mia, Pitch Perfect 2, these are not my movies, Ace Ventura, that's mine, Open Season, Big Mama's House, Stranger Than Fiction, American Pie, is that Bandcamp? Yeah, it is. That Awkward Moment, Bedazzled, and from here on out, these are my girlfriend's movies. Bring It On, Made in Manhattan, 10 Things I Hate About You, Nim's Island, Princess Diaries 2, I guess not the first one yet, The Proposal, The Lake House,
How Do You Know? Never even heard of that one. Failure to Launch. Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The Last Song. Step Up. Crazy Stupid Love. 17 Again and Hairspray. The Notebook and Time Traveler's Wife. He's Just Not That Into You. Miss Congeniality 1 and 2. Valentine's Day. High School Musical. Devil Wears Prada. Sex and the City. Sex and the City 2. Romeo and Juliet. 13 Going on 30. And Legally Blonde 1 and 2. Alright. Now on to my TV show shelf for the most part. I say TV shelf for the most part, but it's only half. Dukes of Hazzard Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I've got the reunions in there. Seinfeld, the full show. Eastbound and Down, Seasons 1 to 4. Trailer Park Boys, the whole show, plus all the movies. The Incredible Hulk TV movies from the 80s. The Mick Foley special, or it's highlighted matches. Now we're on to some movies again. Speed Racer. The Jungle Book. The Good Son. Dukes of Hazzard and Starsky and Hutch. Pacific Rim. Ew. Red Planet and Faster. The Aviator. The Beach. Contagion. Red Dawn and Navy SEALs. Miami Vice. Young Guns 2. Training Day and Fallen. King of Comedy. Man of the House. Euro Trip. Still Waiting. The Hot Chick. Taxi. American Crude. Miss March. And Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Now on to my last shelf, my real last shelf. Alright, only a few movies here, and we've already showed the Shrek movies, but I've got more. So that's the 3D collection. We've got Rush, Drive, and Hit and Run, I believe. Neighbors 2, Juno, Knockaround Guys, Constantine, Dumb and Dumber 1 and 2, Ray, Phone Booth, Dukes of Hazzard, Big Fat Liar, The Pacifier, and Bon Cop, Bad Cop, or Bon Cop, if you're French, Bon. So yeah, those are my movies. So we're still working on collecting plenty of more, and stick around, because I'll make these videos often enough. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.